public concerns. Does anyone in the audience wish to relay a concern for an item that's not on the agenda? Hearing none, we can move on to our new business. And the first item of business is just an overview of the neighborhood process. And I don't know if everybody has received, there's a document called the proposed process for the neighborhood board plan review. And that is in the packet of information for the February meeting. If anyone wants to actually see the documentation, but I'm going to go through it very briefly, all the salient parts very quickly. So on or before July 31st, 2028, the commission is directed to form a committee to conduct a review. That review consists, the members of those committee consist of members of the commission, some board members, and our executive secretary. We are tasked, or that committee is tasked with comprehensive study, review, and an evaluation of the plan. Once we do that, then we move to solicitation of public comments. We report our findings and any recommended amendments to improve the plan to the commission. And from the commission, so I'm sorry, there are three stages. First off is the review process. The second stage is the process for individuals to petition for adoption, amendment, or repeal of the rules or any particular. Third is when we have a proposed plan that the committee adopts, and will then go to the commission. And at that point, any amendment or repeal or of the actual plan, there will have to be 2 public meetings. Each of those meetings will require public notice 30 days in advance. And there are some specifics, but that's all in the documentation. That's when it gets to that. At the very end, I imagine the corporate council will look at it, but it goes to the mayor for review and the mayor to sign it. I suppose send it back with edits. But that is generally the process. Are there any questions? Hearing none, let me just discuss very briefly about the selection of the board members for the neighborhood plan committee. Currently, we have 4 commissioners, which includes myself as chair, Commissioners Jonathan Chang, Commissioner Ayla Bernal, and Stephen Melendrez. And then also Richard O'Shara as commission chair is an ex officio member. And then finally we have Lloyd as executive secretary also. Whereas I think Richard is not. And then we were looking to add some board members, and we are going to discuss that presently. There is no indication of how many that would entail. And tonight we can discuss those, but we won't, we cannot make an official recommendation from the committee. But we will pass that on to the committee meeting, commission meeting next week, and the commission will have a final say. So with that, I would ask if there are any nominations of board members for the planning committee.
Yeah, Larry.
Maybe I should do that first. Thank you. From the commissioners, are there any nominations? I actually have a few, and since I thought we can do commissioners, I'll state those. First off, and this is, I actually got 3, and these are all in alphabetical order, so they're not. Ross Pratt, who is a board member from Waimanalo, a young man, well, young relative to me, I guess I should say, but he is very active in the community, and I think that was doing great things, and really working hard for his new work.
Waianae.
Oh, Waianae.
He's on the Waianae board. Yeah.
Thank you for that correction. Waianae.
Opposite sides.
Yeah, not a big deal. But Charmaine Doring. I've actually never met her, but I did speak to her on the phone, and the reason that I would nominate her is Larry Gray, who I spoke to, was very, very high on her as someone who is very knowledgeable about these issues, someone who's very passionate about the plan itself. He just, in his recommendation, I just really relied on, and it sounds like she would be a terrific addition to our committee. And then thirdly, I have Larry Veray himself, who's everybody knows he's very, very active in the community as a board chair myself. I receive lots of information from him for citywide, problems and his solutions. So I think he would be a terrific addition also. So those are my three nominations. I'll ask again one more time if anyone has any further from the commissioners or from the executive director. Yes. Sorry.
I have not asked this person. What I would ask that she consider would be Kathleen,
Can you speak up?
sorry, I'm not used to being Kathleen Pahinui, who is currently the chair of the North Shore. She's been a board member for a long time, and I think she brings a lot of experience in terms of meetings and the system itself. It'd be a consideration, I think, would be worthwhile.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. That's a very worthy choice.
Mahana has joined and she asked if we could just briefly repeat the three names that you mentioned.
I have Cross Crab from YNI, Charmaine Doran from Pearl City, and Larry Veray from Pearl City. And Larry is the chair and Charmaine is the vice chair. So hearing no further nominations from the executive director or the commissioners, I'll open it up to the public. Does anyone from the public wish to nominate a current board member to serve on this committee? Mr. Sorry.
No worries. Thank you, Chair. I'd like to nominate myself to join and help the committee. And just briefly, I've been on the board for about 10 years. I'm a former chair. I participated in a lot of the points of contention of the neighborhood plan that might need refinement. And I do have a running list of several errors that need to be corrected at the end of whatever list that gets submitted eventually. But I think being in the trenches, I think I can certainly help provide some perspective about how we might be able to improve things moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, Lloyd.
I was gonna add actually one more name that I got in, and that would be Chair Connie out of Waimanalo. Chair Connie.
Who's first?
Allison's the one.
Is that the young lady or
No.
is it a gentleman?
This gentleman, yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's the chair at the Waimanalo Neighborhood Board.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm confusing why now? Why Manalo? Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. What was his last name again?
Connie.
Kane.
Yeah, different director at our office.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are there any further nominations from anybody? Again, just to clarify, there will be an opportunity next week for at least the commissioners to nominate additional board members. And at the commission, or the commission itself will actually make the final determination of the composition of the committee, just so everybody knows. Well, yes, Ernest, please go ahead. You're muted, Ernest. There
So
you go.
actually, I think a good policymaker, someone who does understand the neighborhood board systems, I would like to recommend Ken Farm.
I'm sorry, what was the name again? Form?
Ted
Ted
Farm.
Farm.
Oh, farm, yeah.
From Cleve along the board.
Yeah, and then going back to Chair Kane, his first name is Kimiona.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know why I would forget that name. Here's a person. Kimiona.
You haven't talked to them
I have not talked, but it just off,
off the top.
yeah. I think they both have been really good chairs. I think, and to me, that's an important part of it.
All right, so last call. Anybody? All right, hearing none, I will close the nominations. And just to reiterate, this will be an opportunity that we can consult with those individuals just to make sure that they'd be willing to serve. And the commission will take those names up at our next meeting and hopefully make a determination. Once we have that determination, I'll report to the commission and we will start our review of the plan. Larry.
I just wanted to say thank you. I'm honored and privileged that you would nominate Charmaine and myself. It is a privilege, and we do care. We've always cared, and we will make time to do everything we can to help set up your committee for success. But thank you.
Thank you. So is there anything further? Hearing none, do we have any, we'll move on to our next order of business, which is just announcements. Do we have any announcements? I will let you know that the commission will meet next week, March 25th at 6 p.m. both on WebEx and in person, right here at the Kapalama Alley at 6 o'clock. I didn't say that. Thank you, everybody. At this point, I'll close or do we have any other announcements? Hearing none, I'll close the meeting. Thank you very much.